everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Leilani. I am so excited that you guys decided to tune in with me today and learn how to get a full face beat without the full face steps. Basically, you're gonna be able to have your cake and eat it too. So this tutorial is really geared to those who just do not have enough time to sit there and go through the laundry list of steps that a full face really entails, but it's still going to allow you to achieve somewhat of a full face beat. So if you guys are interested on how to cheat the beat, I'm gonna tell you how to cheat. Don't tell nobody. It ain't none of their business. We gonna still get the same look, but we just cheated. It ain't nothing to it but to do it. Keep watching, keep watching, keep watching, keep watching. Step one, you guys see this face? It's not ready. We ain't prepped, we ain't primed.
Don't you dare think about putting any makeup on your pretty little skin before you prep and prime.
Girl, we're not into clogging pores here on this channel. We don't do that. You need to create a barrier between your makeup and your skin. That is what your primer is going to do. I'm going to be going in with my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and apply this. You can just go ahead and apply this right on the skin like so. There's no need to like put it on the back of your hand. All you have to do is put it on the skin. But what I will say about this primer is that it's a hydrating primer. And because of that, I'm not going to apply this primer to my T-zone a lot. Oh my God. It feels so good. I love putting this stuff on because I put it on my eyelids. Anytime you put something on, you want to move your face forward. You push it back, you're pulling your skin, you're stretching your skin, and you don't want to do that. I mean, you're stretching your skin this way too. This way too, but trust me, girl. You want wrinkles or not? I'm trying to help you out. All right, I lied. I am going to apply it to my T-zone, but I'm only applying a little bit, like what I have left over to my T-zone. Once that's all worked in, what you're gonna do? This is gonna be interesting. Another area to focus this is right underneath your eyes. This skin for me is very dry, and that's not unusual for anybody. There's a lot of people out there who have very dry under eyes. Just prime it very well and you'll be good. It's already a sensitive area, so you don't want to apply like any swiping motions really. Everything in this area should kind of be a dab. If you are going to swipe it, just make sure it's not rough if you absolutely have to. But I would suggest not. And I'm also going to look up as I do that, because as I look up, this area is going to be lifted, allowing me to get into those creases. Am I really looking up? There we go. Stretch your dick. Act like you know what you're doing, girl. And make sure you get this everywhere, because this, although it is very hydrating and it's going to hydrate your skin, it is also going to create like a sticky texture so that your foundation and everything stick to it. I promise you guys, if you guys don't know anything about this primer, this is a primer to get and to have. This is in my ride or die kit. Like, it used to be a different primer, but now I feel like I've elevated since I've used this primer. So yep, shouldn't take you 30 minutes like it's taking me to prime. You should be done by now.
2,000 years later.
I'm done. I primed my eyelid. I prime everything. I cannot stress enough how important it is to prime. My pore-fessional by Benefit. The reason why I'm using this right here on my eyes, because when I apply eyeshadow, this prevents creasing and it just really smooths out this area. Just a very silky smooth. It also controls the oil that comes from our eyelids. You don't want your eyelid looking textured. You don't want it creasing, and this is going to prevent all that. Hit that like button if your brows just be out here just being disrespectful. They just don't want to act right. I don't know why it be happening, because I be praying to the brow gods. Sometimes they don't be listening to me.
I don't really know what the problem is.
Okay, welcome back. I went ahead and did my brows off camera. If you guys want to see a full brow tutorial, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. I can't believe this is a YouTube video. Go ahead and let me know. Otherwise, right now, I'm just going to go ahead and run through the products that I did use. Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim Pencil. This is it.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
All right, and then I also went in with my Fenty Beauty Concealer just to go ahead and clean things up. Now,
let's talk about this Fenty Concealer.
I only use it for my eyelids because I don't like the texture of it on my skin. As a highlighter, I feel like this is a bomb color. It's just so yellow. This is the perfect golden yellow concealer. Do you guys see how yellow that is? It's like, it's perfect. For me, I like the consistency and the texture a lot more better here than I do on my under eyes and just on my face to highlight in general, because the consistency and the texture of this concealer is a little bit too drying for my under eyes. My under eyes already suffer from dehydration as it is, so I don't need anything else bringing that aspect of my eyes out. So that's the reason why I don't like it there. If you get very oily right here, you want a concealer that's going to tame that down. My brows, they get a little greasy.
They get a little crazy
And out of control. So that's another tip. I use different concealers in different areas of my face depending on the effect that I get from them. And that's just something that you're going to have to learn over time. Keeps it smooth and fresh looking throughout the whole entire day. So I really appreciate this concealer for that aspect. All right, moving on to the next step. I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Shine Free Loose Powder. This is in the shade Medium. I love this stuff. Are you gonna give me some or not? Stop being stingy. Give me the... Okay.
Excuse me.
All right. So I'm gonna go in with a damp beauty blender. Listen. We're gonna have this conversation right now.
Okay.
You have to wet your beauty blender.
There's no way around it, okay? I know people. Mama, I don't know why you scared, girl. I don't know why you scared. Just go ahead and dip it in the water. Do what you gotta do, but it has to be wet. It has to be damp. Now, look, it's not dripping wet. It's not dripping wet. It's almost kind of dry.
I probably need to wet it again.
You want it damp, okay?
Wet the damn beauty blender, okay?
Don't get off this tutorial. Don't get off this tutorial using a dry beauty blender, because I'm gonna come for you.
I'm gonna come for you.
You right there. Yeah, I'm gonna come for you, because that's not what I taught you. Moving on. Place this powder on the oily parts of my face, which is indeed the nose, okay? Without question. Like so. And then I'm just gonna put the rest of whatever I have on my forehead. I'm going to try and get some in my T-zone, because this area right here don't be knowing how to act. Okay, so get ready for this next step, okay? You are going to apply foundation over your whole entire face. I'm going to be going in with my Estée Lauder foundation. This is my ride or die foundation. When this says double wear, triple, quadruple wear, okay? Because it works that good. Like, seriously, long lasting. It mattifies your face, but it's not an unhealthy, like, drying, like, girl, do you need some water on your face?
Or what's going on here?
It's not that type of situation. I'm in the shade, if you're going to use me as a reference, 5N2 Amber Honey. Because I'm sweet. I need to stop. What you're going to need is a Morphe M439 brush that looks like so. You can use this one by NYX. They don't have any other brushes that look like this. So get the brush that looks like this, and this is the one. When you go into the store and you see the brush that looks like this, it's that one. Grab it. Check out. Ding. So let's go ahead and apply our foundation. Like so. All right, so now that our foundation is on our face, I'm going to give you guys another tip. Use your makeup setting spray, whichever setting spray you use. I love the one by Morphe. It's really good. I have been using the Urban Decay De-Slick. It's not a new product. This baby, she ain't new to the game, okay? She done been here a while, for a couple eons now. I'm late. I'm the late one. I just decided to go ahead and give her a try, and I actually really like it. So
That's what we're gonna do.
To ensure the longevity of our foundation and to make sure that it moves when we blend it out, there's no need to wait to the end. It's a setting spray, but you can use it right now. Who said you can't? Who said you can't?
Who gonna check me, boo?
All right, I'm going to take my brush and just go ahead and dab it on like so.
Didn't I say no notifications, Siri?
Once I get to the bottom, I usually do go ahead and start making circular motions. You do not want to apply too much pressure. Ever, 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 ever. Don't ever do that. You just want to go ahead and go over it like so with your brush. This is a very, very light coverage. This is not what I want because we're trying to cheat a beat, right? So if this is what you like, you can stop here. Don't exit the video because we ain't done. This is where you pause and say, no, Leilani, I'm good right here, girl. I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. Me, I'm going to keep going. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a little
bit more.
This time I'll go in with my M439 brush and put this on the face. Like so. You really want to apply it like here, right?
Apply foundation where you apply highlight. Who does that?
Y'all doing it if y'all following this tutorial, hopefully. I'm just showing you. I'm just showing you what I do. Okay? So I'm going to come here and apply this. If you're a beginner, I suggest starting on one part of your face, okay? You take your brush and hold it how it's comfortable for you. We'll have a whole holding brush class tutorial another time. Just grab the brush for now and dab it on like so. And I would suggest starting right here, going up and then coming back down. Going up, coming back down. Okay, like I said, come here to the jawline, work your way up. Yes, just like that. Great. You're doing awesome. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and come up here. Don't forget your nose. I don't know why I forget my nose like it's not there sometimes. She be just chilling too, like, my turn. Okay, all right, okay.
My turn. Hello.
And I just be like, girl, I'm going to get to you when I get to you. Don't you worry about a thing. The forehead is very important. So when I apply it, so that I'm still blending, I apply it like, and I press the brush like so, like in a downward motion. What that is going to do is it's going to pull my concealer down into the foundation, and the brush is just going to blend it all together. Tip, don't say I didn't help you. All right, we're kind of just tightening everything up. Put more foundation on the areas where you need more coverage. And just go in with a little bit of foundation on the brush. This is a brush by Quilvange. It was like a $20 20-piece set on Amazon. So go ahead and snatch that highlight that came all the way in and snatch it back, because you don't want to create a highlight area here. You just want this part of your face to be highlighted. We're gonna have a one-on-one highlight session. This is not that session. We'll save that for another tutorial. So because my foundation did dry down a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and spray. And then I'm gonna take my beauty blender and just blend that in and push that into the skin. Like so. The trick is coming. The trick is coming. Hold your horses.
Hold your horses.
I'm just a perfectionist, guys. Some of you won't take this long to do your makeup, and that's fine. Or is it? Are you ready? It's time for the trick. We're going to go ahead in with this MAC Studio Fix powder, and I am in the shade NC41. I'm going to use this shade to prep for the next thing I'm going to apply. We'll place it here, like so. Press it in, blow. You really want it intense, like right there. I look a little white right now, huh? We're not done yet. We're gonna go on with more here as well. And then you're also going to highlight here. Sis, I saved you a whole product. Who needs concealer? Nobody does. You don't need it. You don't need it to start off with, and that's exactly why I want my first tutorial to be dedicated to those who are just getting started. Watching all these tutorials can be very overwhelming when they have all these like tons of products where it's like, first of all, we are on lockdown right now. I don't have all that stuff. Sure, everybody has a translucent powder that they can use as their highlight, okay? This is going to save you a whole product because a lot of people, we all know people do, like, this is, I'm not doing nothing that's, well, it's a little different, you know what I'm saying? It's a little different, but for the most part, a lot of people do use concealer and then they go ahead and set it. We just set our foundation because we're what? We are going to cheat the beat. Now I'm going in with my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. Dang, girl, why you gotta say bake twice? This is my favorite. This is my go-to. This is my ride or die. Love you, girl. I love you. This is my baby. If you guys need a cheaper alternative, I'm not gonna say a dupe because I don't think it's a dupe. Huda Beauty is my favorite for a reason, but the Saga Buttercup Setting Powder, Amazon sells this. To all my Amazon babies out there, get you some of this. This is really good. This was the first thing that I started using when I first started doing makeup. Blow that off. And now you really want to be precise with how you apply this one. Okay. So a trick is to apply most of it here. See how I'm pressing it, like I'm holding it like this, and then turn it. I don't know if it's clockwise, counterclockwise. Don't clock me, okay? You're gonna turn it on this way. And then go down like so. Let's do it again on the other side. I'm gonna dip and dab. The reason why I blow it off is because there's layers. There's a top layer of product on there, and then there's a bottom layer. And I'm trying to remove that top layer so that when I apply it, it's even. That's the best way I can explain it. Moving on. Remember I said pinch it, place it, turn it outwards, and then bring it back down. I don't know why, how come sometimes, why does this happen?
Why
Why is there always one side better than the other? I lifted it up and then brought it back in, creating that triangle. The same triangle you would have created if you were watching like an old highlight and tutorial video, because that shit is played out. So now we're gonna go ahead and apply it to the forehead. Nice and soft. No need to pound your face. It's called a beat face, but at no point in time will we ever be beaten out of our face. What I'm trying to do is create this contour line that's already there. I'm trying to bring it out more. That's why I'm taking the powder and bringing it up into the eye like so, because that's already creating my brown shade out more, the foundation shade, and it's going to create a natural nose contour. Don't forget about your mouth. I always take the remainder of my powder and apply it to that area. You don't want this to be highlighted, but you do want it to be included. So you take a little bit of what's left over on the beauty blender, like so that it feels like it's a part of the party. And you know what happens? Everything gets blended seamlessly. And that's the ultimate goal that we're trying to achieve here, ladies. So I'm just going to go ahead like so. And then now I'm going to move outward towards the jawline and take whatever I have left over here on the jawline, because we want to create that. So if you are interested in creating that, some people like it, some people don't. I like it very minimal, like
very minimal.
For beginners, what you're going to do is you're going to suck your face in like a fish, okay? And that's where you apply that to. Don't bring it all the way over. Like, you're creating like a shape like this. You're carving out your face. Okay? The next thing you're going to do is bring all the colors together. Go ahead and go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills. Ooh, excuse you.
Honey, that's rude. We're
Recording a video. Awesome class. We're gonna go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills. Y'all see it? I really don't want to show it because it's so ugly. I've had this thing for years. But this is what mine is looking like. Okay, don't come for me. I'm gonna be using this shade right here. And I'm gonna be going in with my Morphe M523 brush. That looks like Estée. It has this shape to it.
There we go. Yes.
I barely have any left in there. I kind of hit pan, but we gonna make it work. Okay, so once you get that built up on your brush, go ahead and place it on there like so. For all my high cheekbone ladies, I'm gonna give you a tip. Do not, okay, listen to me. Do not apply your contour way down here. Go ahead and apply it like so. What you wanna do if you do have like, it's not high cheekbones, but I just feel like I got chubby cheeks. Chubby cheeks, high cheekbones, whatever. You wanna lift that area up. So you almost wanna apply it like, see my natural one? Is right here. I don't want it right there. I want it up higher. So come into the face, into this area. Right there. Just like that. Then get some more. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Now don't overdo it either. Always be mindful of where the product is on your brush. If you know you put more product to the right of your brush, you don't want to be placing the left side down, right? I always start applying the majority of my product that's on my brush for my contour here first. Like right in the middle, not here, not in the front, not in the back of the cheekbone, but right in the middle, because you're trying to create a shadow. You're not just putting a different color on your face and calling it a contour. That's not what we're doing. You're creating a shadow. We're sculpting the face so that we don't look as chubby as we are in real life. We're shape shifting. Go ahead and do that like so. And I'm just gonna apply more and more until I'm satisfied. Once you're satisfied, I actually like to make circular motions and blend it up. The reason why we didn't go in automatically and start doing this is because you do not want to move the foundation around. That's gonna create streaks, patchiness, and you just don't ever do that. If you don't take anything else away from this video, take this away. You always dab your powders on, pat your powders on, dab your powders on, whatever you want to call it. You make this motion first before you start making this motion. Okay, first, second, first, second. It's always really good to like sculpt out your face while you're looking forward so that you can get a symmetrical snatch. Go in with a little bit like so, just dab it on there, and you're gonna just flicker it. Just flicker it here. Am I messing with my baby hairs?
Dang it.
Forgot we had baby hairs going on today, so I'm not gonna flicker. But if you didn't have like
Nice cute little baby hairs up there,
you would flicker. I just want to dab. Just carve out the face. You also want to snatch this area. At least I do, because I have a double chin going on. So basically, cheating the beat is using powders to highlight and contour without like the full face beat. We're missing the creams that go underneath, because a full face beat, you have to do the foundation, you have to do the highlighter, you have to
do the concealer, you got contour, you got a cream, you got a blend.
it's just too much, especially for a beginner. So this is very beginner friendly. Then I also make this circular motion. So the reason why I highlighted so heavily here, like, and I put my highlight, you guys seen that I have my highlight going all across this area, is so that when I grab my contour shade on my brush, I have already, first of all, set my foundation. Now I'm able to make these circular motions because I've already set that with the powder. And second of all, because it's going to mix those two colors together, the light like highlight color and the contouring shade. So it's just gonna make it so much more easier. So circular motions right here. Also really get right here so that my lips can look a little bit more bigger. So this is my Morphe E14. The E collection, Elite is what it stands for, is really good. I'm not gonna go in with this same dark shade. I'm gonna go in with the shade, the next shade to the my left, your right, or my right, my left. I'm gonna go in with that shade. I'm going to place it right here in my Cupid's bow. You don't want to apply so much that it looks like you got a dirty lip. You just want to emphasize that you do have a Cupid's bow. It's there. She's alive. She's thriving. If you're ever unsure if you have too much product on your brush, as a beginner, you probably always will. So just always blow it off. It just makes it easier. You have more control because you're not applying so much product at one time. Because as a beginner, you're not really fully aware of how much product is on your brush and where it's at, where you should apply the majority of it. If you guys want an in-depth tutorial on like brushes, how to apply, or how to blend like a pro, that will be where that come into play. Your nose contour starts here. Go ahead and apply it like so. And then you could blend that out. But you want to dab it first, like I said, remember?
Always dab first.
Always dab first. And come right here. And carve out the nose. And you do want it to be to your contour. So it's the shade in between your foundation shade and your contour shade. Not the actual contour shade. This is way too harsh to place on your nose. So just go down. So you want to start right here. I always start right here because I want the majority of my product right here. And then I'm going to go up, carve that out, and then go back down where I don't want the majority of the product. I should be almost done with the product on this brush, having to reload at that point. To create the cute little button that everybody just loves, you don't have to put a overpowering shimmer right there. I had to learn this too. What you're gonna do is grab that shade and cut, like I was gonna say cut off your nose, but you kind of are. You're sculpting this. You have the power to sculpt. So cut off the bottom part of your nose. Don't really cut it off, but cut it off with the contour shade. Okay, and that's gonna create that cute little button right there. Okay, and if you really want a button, you can cut that down too. Look at what we just did there. Okay, and then you can lightly blend that out in circular motions or the up and down motions. I highly suggest these type of motions. It's harder to mess up with those ones. If you just do a straight line down, which I don't ever know whoever said that was okay, but it's not. Don't mind me. I'm just trying to blend and make sure that it looks right. Now, what's gonna actually snatch the eyes. See what we have here going on? We're looking a little bit more like Mufasa. So what you want to do is take this up a little higher, but it's going to go into the brow. You have to go into the brow, okay? Like so. Just like start in the brow area and then bring it down. You want to pull this in like so. Pull it in. What's going to help is if you start from here and then just bring it in. I like to do it like this. Okay, that's all. More than one way to do it, but that's how I like to do it. Now, if you really want to carve out your nose, take a brush that looks like so, dip it into highlighting powder, and I'm going to stretch out the nose. So we're gonna open that up a little bit. Just a little bit. Not too much because we don't want to undo what we just did. Apply this like so. Okay.
It looks crazy, right? I know.
Take your contour shade and you're going to blend out those edges. I'm going to take my foundation brush and put it right on top. Right on the top first and then on the sides. And I'm also going to take my foundation brush and apply whatever foundation I have dried up on here. You see the difference between this side and that side? Big difference. We're going back over our powder areas. There's not that much foundation on here, but it's enough to tone this highlight down and to blend everything together.
Honey.
We're still like highlight and contour. We need to make it all mesh, right? So now I'm going to grab my IT Cosmetics fluffy brush. It's kind of tapered at the top, but it's very fluffy. I love doing this to this brush because it's just so soft. I'm going to be going in with my L'Oreal True Match shade C7. It's a really good powder for a really good price. Just take the powder like so. Go over that contour and blend that part out. And this is going to go everywhere. This is going to go on top of the highlight because we're toning everything down. I love when it comes together. Setting the eye area. Don't want to set it too much though because you don't want to not have a highlight. And then we'll just go in between the highlight and the contour over here on the forehead. I take it on both sides now and then just and if you feel like you need to go in with more highlight, what you're gonna do is grab it. Is this symmetrical? Almost. Dust it away. And I'm gonna dust it in a downward motion. Go back in with whatever you have left over. Tone down where you need to tone down. Remember, this is the foundation shade brush.
Honey. I'm proud of you.
Like I need to add some blush now because we're getting towards the end of this tutorial. It's blush time. I grab our angled fluffy brush from out of the Jaclyn Hill collection set with some blush. This one is by Black Radiance and it is in the shade Toasted Almond and I love it. Did y'all see that going? Just a little bit goes a long way. If you guys do not have blush, guess what you can do? You guys can make it, right? You guys can make it out of lipstick. You guys can use a palette. And because it's springtime, I'm gonna go with my James Charles palette. Maybe this? Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Tap off the brush because his shades are pigmented, honey. Look at that. I love it so much. It's so springy. Smile. And then place it in between the foundation, your highlight, and the contour. And it's also going to help the highlight and contour mesh together. Yeah, there we go. If you feel like you have too much on, what you can do is you can go back in with your contour brush and bring that contour back. I'm also going to put some on my nose because I just think it makes it look like so dainty and cute. Now, to highlight, I want to show you guys a really cool trick. You're going to grab your beauty blender, spray it down with some Fix Plus. So apply this. And then take it all the way out to where you're going to highlight at. Priming our skin for our highlight. The glycerin in this is going to make your highlight
Pop. Pop.
and then let this area dry down. You're applying it right here. Right here. Don't go into the blush and into the contour, or at least try not to. That could kind of be kind of hard, but just keep it right here. I take this little raggedy one that I bought at the swap meet. I can't even tell you what brand this is. This was like my first fan brush.
And I still got it.
10,000 years later. The Maybelline Master Chrome metallic highlights are so freaking good. They're so bomb. Look at blinding, right? They're so good. You want it damp, but not wet. See how hydrated that is? Tap your brush off. We want it to be damp. It's damp. And we're going to apply our highlight like so. Works every time. Don't go back and forth. Stay in this section. You want the tip of your brush, like this part of the brush, to stay right here on the face, but you want to create a circular motion so that you blend it out flawlessly. And you can take it down however far you like. I usually like it actually higher up. I'm all about elevating the cheekbones, so probably highlight a little bit more. Again, foundation brush again, just to make sure that's blended very nicely into the skin. All right, that's enough. Let it dry. And look at what you did. You created a full beat face with skipping like one of the most dragged out steps ever. You don't have to have concealer to still achieve this look. You want to get this done quicker now. I'm going to be using the Great Lash by Maybelline. I have a lot of Maybelline products in here.
Can I get a sponsor or something?
Try to make this as affordable as possible, especially right now that we are undergoing quarantine and everything's on lockdown. It's hard to get stuff. For one, all these products will be sold by Ulta. Just gonna get my waterline real good. The last thing I'm going to do is apply my Fenty Beauty. That was my Fenty Beauty in the shade Unveil. I'm going to remove some of that. so that we can get a nice ombre going. I'm going to be going in with my LimeCrime liquid lipstick in the shade Butterscotch. I'm going to apply this right below that. And then blot. And then after that, we're going to go in with a very peachy nude by Colored Raine, and this is in the shade Daddy's Girl. I love this shade so freaking much. And then to tone that down, I'm going to go in with a little bit of Tarte Shape Tape.
Ma.
I'm so excited. We snatch the face.
We snatch the face. We snatch the face.
We snatch the face. If you want your lips to have a little bit more va-va-voom, take a lip gloss and apply it right there. Right in the center. And it's going to protrude this area out. You don't want all of your lips to be like forward. You want some of them to be back, and that's going to create that perfect pouty look. And we are done.
Done!
Are we beat? Are we slayed? Are we coming for everybody? Honestly, I'm never going to be done on this channel. I'm always going to say we're done.
And I'm never going to be done.
Put a little bit contour to just to shape the eye a little bit. Start it in the crease and go back and forth. I just took it on a flat brush that looks like so.
We've arrived!
And we are done. We are completed. Thank you so much to those of you who stayed through my craziness to the end of the video. I appreciate you guys so much. I had so much fun making this video for you guys. You guys have no idea how much it means to me for you guys to leave your feedback on this video, what you guys think I could do better, what you guys want to see, what I missed, what I hit. Let me know. I always want to gear my feed towards what you guys want, what you guys are requesting, and your needs, because this is for you. Leave all the comments down in the description box below. I'm so excited to be posting this video. We done. This ain't a tutorial. It's over. That's it. Finito. Bye. Gone.